Hi, good morning. Welcome to my brunch time chat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Suzanne and I'm Director of Bilingual Solutions, and I also run language groups on Facebook. So this is in the English language group. Today I have promised to talk about Cockney rhyming slang. Cockney rhyming slang is a secret language, if you like, much like any slang language, that is very unique, I feel. Why is it unique? Because it uses rhyming, as the name suggests. So I'll come on to how it works exactly, but first of all, the title of the slang, Cockney rhyming slang, indicates where the slang originated. So for those of you who don't know, Cockney is linked to East London. So it is said that if you're a Cockney, so a person can be a Cockney or this person would originate from East London, and it's said that the person is born within the earshot of a particular church's bells, and that church is St Mary le Bow, which is in the city of London. This is the old tale of who was originally a Cockney, but nowadays people use the term Cockney a lot more broadly. So it can relate to a particular accent, or it can relate to where somebody lives or where they were born. Okay, so now we know what a Cockney is. As with any slang language, it was created by a group of people who wanted to keep whatever they were saying from other people. So the sort of secret language, which is the essence of slang, wherever it originates. So the principle of Cockney rhyming slang is to use rhyming. And how does this work? So if you pick a particular phrase, so I'll pick a phrase that's very common and it's still used today in ordinary English, which is use your loaf. So use your loaf relates to a loaf of bread. We don't use the word bread, but we use the word loaf instead, and that's how the language is able to keep the sense of the word secret. So you use the rhyme from the second part of the sentence, and in this case, bread rhymes with head, and we don't use those words, we simply use the first word, which is loaf. So today in English, you will hear people saying use your loaf, for example, which means, use your brain, or, use your head, be a bit more clever. So that's a good example of one. I've actually got a prop here, which I forgot to use, which is my loaf of bread. Yeah, so I'm trying to use my loaf today. There's lots of food ones actually, so we all like food, so I thought I'd concentrate on them. And another really typical one is, which I've actually used in the title of the Facebook Live, which is talking about tea. Well, every English person loves tea, as you know, and for tea, we use an expression which is Rosie Lee. Well, apparently Rosie Lee, we don't exactly know who she is or was, but there is some suggestion that she was a dancer, a very special dancer, and people just simply used her name. And, given that the second part of the name, Lee, rhymes with tea, tea is now called Rosie. Okay, so it's just always follows the same principle, in that the second part of the expression has to rhyme with the original meaning, and then we use the first part of the expression when we speak. That's a bit confusing, isn't it? But that is what happens. So another one, I'm a coffee fan, for whoever knows me. Coffee in the morning, but a cup of rosy in the afternoon, always. So when I have my cup of coffee, there's a few for coffee actually, but sticky toffee is one of them. So sticky toffee is a typical pudding in England, really nice actually. And you know, you can use the word sticky for a cup of coffee. So they're just a few food ones. There's one more food one. I've also got a prop for this, which I found this morning, which is curry. So for curry, we use Ruby Murray. Ruby Murray was a famous person, you know, a few years ago. But today, Ruby Murray, the word ruby for curry, so Ruby Murray, Murray rhymes with curry, so we say ruby, is still used by people, but people don't necessarily make the link to a person who used to be famous. So their name lives on, if you like, but used in association with curry. So they're just a few more common, really common ones, which you may or may not have come across, are dog and bone, which means, oh, I have another prop, phone. So I'm on the dog right now. This is me talking on the dog. So dog and bone, phone. Ruby Murray, I said. Have a butcher's. So typically, you might hear people say have a butcher's. It's quite a common one, and it comes from butcher's hook. So the original sense of the phrase is to have a look. Butcher's hook, have a butcher's. Okay, so that's basically how it works. As hopefully that's clear for you now. And I don't know if I said this before, but it's used much more widely than just in East London now. So you know, the rhyming slang has, albeit slowed down maybe in terms of its creation of new words and new phrases, it is definitely used more widely, which is obviously great for the rhyming slang itself, for the history of the slang. Oh, apples and pears, that's another food one, but it means stairs. So stairs rhymes with pears, so you go up the apples or down the apples. Apples meaning stairs, yeah, so apples and pears, stairs. What else have we got? Trouble and strife. If you're married, if you're a married man, you might refer to your wife as the trouble, not because she's any trouble, but because the unfortunate phrase that rhymes with wife is trouble and strife. So it's not very flattering to women, but it's quite an amusing one as well. Okay, so that's a little snapshot at Cockney rhyming slang. Maybe you can come up with some of your own, or maybe there's some other ones. There's certainly plenty, and you can find whole dictionaries online of Cockney rhyming slang if you want to delve into that slang language even more. You may come up with some in your own language, of course, using the same system as Cockney rhyming slang, and that would definitely be a fun thing to do. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed learning about Cockney rhyming slang today, and I shall see you again in 2 weeks' time for the next brunch time topic. Take care, bye.